it's really important to meet someone that respects you. And I think it's really nice to also lean on someone who understands the world that I live in. But I'd have to say overall, it's the safest that I feel, and it's been really lovely.
At her wedding in Santa Barbara, Selena Gomez followed tradition by standing with her back to Taylor Swift and her single friends and tossing her bouquet over her shoulder. In the middle of the chaos, Taylor Swift, who was taller than everyone else, grabbed the bouquet. Next is Taylor. After a romantic ceremony, Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco are now husband and wife. Gomez announced the news on Instagram on Saturday night by posting a carousel of pictures from their wedding day. The videos and pictures show the newlyweds hugging, holding hands, and having a good time. Some close-up shots show Gomez's wedding rings and her bouquet of white flowers. Taylor Swift, the bride's best friend, made the dress for her. Gomez's dress had a halter top with flowers and an open back. Blanco wore a classic black tuxedo and bow tie. The guests will all be picked up and driven to the location, but they won't know where they're going until they get there. A source close to the outlet said something. Even though she doesn't know what's going on, Taylor Swift is very happy. She knows it will be a great time.
Yes to this. It's so
After the couple's wedding plans, including the date, location, and guest list, were made public on July 14th, security became a top priority for the big day. This was especially important for the safety of A-list guests like Taylor Swift. An insider told the Daily Mail later that month that security for Selena's wedding will be very important because she is a public figure and many of the guests will be too. She is still thinking about whether or not to let people bring their phones for extra safety and privacy, and she wants everyone to be there. Fans started to think that Gomez and Blanco were dating when he went to her 31st birthday party in July 2023, according to the insider. They had known each other for years because they worked in the same parts of the music business. In response to an Instagram post from a fan account that said Selena Gomez seems to confirm that she is in a relationship, she said, "Facts." Gomez then went on to write a serious love, saying that Blanco is everything to her and the best thing that has ever happened to her. Once everyone knew they were together, they couldn't help but show their love in public. The couple kissed and cuddled at Taylor Swift's 34th birthday party in December 2023. A month later, they were all over each other while sitting on the sidelines at a Los Angeles Lakers game. On December 11th, 2024, the pop star made their engagement official with a sweet Instagram post. Now's the time for forever. The star from Emilia Paris wrote a caption for a carousel of pictures that showed off her diamond ring. Blanco also said on her post, "Hey wait, that's my wife." Taylor Swift, the singer's best friend, also said, "Yes, I will be the flower." Selena Gomez looked amazing in a classic gown that looked like it came straight out of old Hollywood. And sources say there was a very modern twist. People say that Taylor Swift made the dress. Today, new pictures came out that show Gomez sitting on the lawn in an ethereal ivory gown with a full, voluminous skirt that spread like a cloud around her. The bodice is smooth and sculpted, and it gets slimmer at the waist before opening up into that dramatic train. The fabric has a soft, pearlescent sheen that catches the light and looks rich without being too showy. A simple pair of flats and a delicate bouquet finished off the look, which gave it an elegant, quietly romantic feel. Insiders say that Swift, who is known for her keen eye for vintage-inspired glamour, was very involved in making a dress that would fit Gomez's soft, understated style. The design is said to combine old-fashioned shapes with modern simplicity, minimal decoration, architectural tailoring, and a shape that lets the bride move around easily and comfortably. If the reports are true, the dress is more of a personal style statement than a flashy couture statement. People reacted quickly. Fans on social media called the dress a dream wedding gown, praising its classic lines and the way it looked like it would be very personal. Style experts praise the dress for its smart balance of drama with the flowing skirt and restraint with the simple bodice. They called it a masterclass in how less can be more on a bride's big day. The dress captures a mood, warm, nostalgic, and quietly glowing, regardless of whether or not Taylor Swift's creative fingerprints are officially recognized. It was the kind of wedding moment for Gomez that felt both private and perfect for a picture. A simple, elegant dress that made the bride the center of attention in the picture. When Selena Gomez said she was getting married, her longtime friend Taylor Swift offered to be her flower girl. Swift is at the wedding in Santa Barbara right now. She just got there and was seen with her longtime friend Lana Del Rey, but she didn't make a big deal out of it. Swift is staying at the Rosewood Miramar in Montecito for the weekend. She arrived at the rehearsal dinner in a line of SUVs. It looks like Swift didn't bring her boyfriend Travis Kelce with her. This could be because the NFL star has a game at Arrowhead on Sunday, which means he would have to follow a curfew on Saturday night. Swift went to Gomez's 33rd birthday party in July and gave the singer and her husband, Benny Blanco, a homemade loaf of sourdough. Swift talked about their friendship in January 2020, which is unusual for her. She told Wall Street Journal magazine, "There has always been this quality of sisterhood, and I don't mean that in a simple way. I knew from the first time I met her that I would always be there for her. I can forgive people who have hurt me in my life." Taylor Swift came to Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's fancy rehearsal dinner in a motorcade. The best part of the night seemed to be when Travis Kelce's fiancé first appeared. Taylor chose not to stay at the hotel Selena had booked for her, even though more than 170 famous people and important people were there. Instead, she rented an apartment right next to the altar. Because of this, she didn't ride on the same bus as everyone else. Instead, she rode in her own motorcade. The camera caught Taylor Swift sitting behind Paris Hilton at a party at one point. Hilton blocked Taylor's view, but she was wearing a floral print dress and had blonde hair and red lips. Andrew sat next to her like he always did. Selena Gomez's big wedding weekend has begun in style with a fancy rehearsal dinner at a country mansion in Galea's Tony Hope Ranch neighborhood. The estate is huge, covering 1,863 acres in the foothills of the Santa Inn. Guests, including her megastar best friend Taylor Swift, who arrived in a convoy of 3 SUVs, came to the 10-bedroom whitewash property on Friday night after being driven there in a fleet of Mercedes buses. Gomez, who is 33, will marry music producer Benny Biano, who is 37, at the romantic Seacrest Nursery, a 70-acre private plantation in Galita with palm trees and cycads. The property has a lot of trees and plants, and it is also on a cliff that looks out over the Pacific Ocean. On Friday, people saw contractors putting up a row of tents. The Tabbies, 87, took pictures of tubs of decorative flowers already set up around the tents. Strings of fairy lights will add a romantic touch. As Friday went on, security at the venue got better. Gomez is thought to have paid $300,000, 0 cents, to keep her wedding safe. Gomez says that Swift is one of the guests who will be there to see only murders in the building. She flew in alone from Kansas City earlier today. The blonde star, who told Gomez she would be her flower girl after she got engaged, is now living in a fancy mansion in the upscale celebrity neighborhood of Montecito. The fancy property has rooms with views of the Pacific Ocean and the golden sand of Miramar Beach. Even though it was a romantic choice, the stunner's own fiancé Travis Kelce had to miss out because the Kansas City Chiefs were playing the Baltimore Ravens at Arrowhead Stadium on Sunday. Most of the 170 guests, except for Swift, are staying at the El Encanto Luxury Spa Resort in Santa Barbara and will be taken to the main events. Hotel heiress, Paris Hilton, and Gomez's Only Murders in the Building co-stars Martin Short and Steve Martin are also going to be in Santa Barbara this weekend. Before, the founder of Rare Beauty made a joke about Marty being the ring bearer. A group of partygoers, including Martin, 80, Short, 75, and Rudd, 56, were seen mingling on the patio of the Alito Hotel before being taken to the rehearsal dinner, chose a purple suit while Martin wore navy pants and a beige jacket that didn't quite match. Short chose blue clothes. At one point, a blonde woman who looked like Short's rumored girlfriend, Meyer Street, led him away from the event. It looks like Taylor and Selena's childhood friendship is changing now that they are both getting married. This will be a very important practice for Taylor as she gets ready to marry Travis Kelce.